Hey, what up? It's Chris from LaserLemming.com, and today I have a very serious rant for you. I'm going to be talking to you about why open world racers suck. And I don't necessarily mean that the racing mechanics themselves suck, because that can vary from game to game to game. I'm going to be talking about why the open world mechanic itself sucks, specifically for online multiplayer. Less so for the single player, because in a single player open world racer, it's kind of cool to be able to explore a city and learn routes and whatnot on your own time. At the same time, though, in the single player aspect of an open world racer, I do kind of have a problem with it, because a lot of these games require you to drive all the way over to whoever the hell you're supposed to be racing, and sometimes you end up facing the wrong direction and they start racing right past you, and now you got to follow them. It's kind of a bullshit way of doing it, and they just kind of do it just to do it. I don't understand the real appeal to it, to be honest. One of my favorite racing games of this past generation was Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, and that's because it was just straightforward, to the point racing. You picked a race and you raced it. You didn't have to drive all around the city to find this person, and then they just blow right past you. Let me share with you some of the disadvantages here of this. Open world racers often have long loading times. This is true. This is definitely true with Burnout Paradise City, which was a fine game in its own right, but I did not appreciate the whole open world aspect to it. But now I'm going to jump over to the multiplayer here, because multiplayer is where these games really get shitty. Like I said, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit was one of my favorite games of this past generation. My favorite racing games, at least. Because, like I said, it was straightforward, to the point. Even online, I could just go jump to a race, and it was fun. It was fun shit. I was really disappointed when I found out that the next Need for Speed from Criterion was Need for Speed Most Wanted, and it was going to be an open world racing game. I thought, oh shit, this is going to be the same problems that we had with Burnout Paradise City. Now, what were those problems? If you've ever played an open world racer online, I'm going to explain to you exactly what the problem is. The idea that these developers have is that they're going to be creating this big open world for people to just drive over to each other and say, hey buddy, you want to race? Yeah man, I want to race, let's do this thing. Or you want to do a jump stunt competition? Yeah man, that's their idea. They think of this big metropolis of people just racing and having fun. Never fucking happens. Never happens. Never happens. And this was apparent in Burnout Paradise City, and they should have known the same shit was going to happen in Need for Speed Most Wanted, but they did it anyway. So what happened in Burnout Paradise City? If you've ever played the game online, you know exactly what I'm about to say. I bet you didn't know I was going to say that. So, I played Burnout Paradise City a few times online back in the day, and I was excited to be able to race online, but that's not what you do. What you do instead is you find a bunch of people that kind of get near each other in this big open world. Nobody's driving all around, no. Instead, what they're doing is T-boning each other all fucking day until you get bored and you leave. That's it. That's it. That's it. You do head-on collisions, you T-bone, and you just crash into each other. And that's all you do, because people just have a need to cause anarchy when they have no structure. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit provided that structure. The rules were there. They said, hey, we're going to start you at a race. You're going to end that race, okay? That was it. That was it. Simple. And people did it. People did it. They didn't just crash into each other. I mean, they crashed into each other, but they were still fucking racing. What happened when Need for Speed Most Wanted came out? People were just fucking crashing into each other. That's it. That is it. It's the same exact problem they had in Burnout Paradise City, and I don't know why they didn't learn. Maybe because they didn't care. I don't know. Maybe they didn't want to deal with people actually racing, because the same exact problems occurred. People are just crashing into each other, and it's not any fun at all. Like, okay, you crash into each other, ha ha ha, but you just keep going. You just keep going. You do it, and 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 do it. I don't appreciate it. But those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts about open world racers? I think they're complete shit, at least in the online aspect of it. Wow, I've gone over almost 5 minutes here. So, share them in the comment section below. If you don't know, I already got a comedy channel. You should check that out. And subscribe for more. Thank you very much. See you next time.